Hello everyone, I am Kakarla Krishnakishore, Professor in Mechanical Engineering. Today we are going to discuss creep resistant materials in material technology. So let us discuss the lot of details about the creep resistant materials. Now, before going to understand the creep resistant materials, let me discuss a little about creep. What is a creep? You already know from so many technology or theories, the creep means it is a natural tendency of a material gradually move or permanently deform as a resultant of mechanical stress. So it is nothing but it is a long-term process. That means when you apply a load on the material, it undergone stress. So after that, the strain may be happened and the crack may be observed after a long period of time. So it is nothing but time dependent strain occurring under stress. So simply we can say that the creep is time dependent strain occurring under stress. So this is about creep material. Now how the material is going to resist? Why the creep resistant materials require the important in this market? So here if you know the creep and how it behaves, automatically we can able to design or we can able to manufacture the creep resistant materials. So that means we can avoid the creep type of cracks in the materials if you know the creep properly. So that means we have to understand the creep properly. Then we can insert the lot of design considerations in creep resistant materials. So let me discuss. See this image here. Here, it is simply showing that it is a resistant material. Anyway, when you apply the load on the material, it may be concrete or any other thing, it has to resist. Suppose if it is not resisting, automatically it has to deform. So that means fracture may be observed. So to avoid all these things, what are the different types of designs and what are the different considerations to avoid creep crack? All these things we are going to discuss in this session. And let me discuss the definition first. What is creep resistance? What is creep resistance here? Please observe the sentence first. The materials under service conditions are required to sustain steady loads for prolonged period of time and often undergo a time dependent deformation that is referred to as creep resistance. In simple words, we can say that when the creep is applied on the material, so that means when the stress is applied on the material or the constant stress is applied on the material for a longer period of time, the material must resist. Here the time is important. How much time the material is undergo the resistance. So that means it has to sustain the load, whatever the load is applied on the material. And time dependent deformation, the complete the material, it depends on the material property. Suppose if the material property is going to resist whatever the load applied on the material, then it can be represented as a creep resistant material. So here where we are going to use this creep resistant materials, please observe the things here. The creep resistant materials are used in machines and facilities operated at high temperatures. So that means whenever we are using the machines which are at high temperatures, then we can go for creep resistant materials. So that means it is necessary or it is mandatory to use creep resistant materials so that the machines are not going to get any crack or any fracture. So to avoid creep crack or to avoid creep fracture, we must give the design consideration itself the creep resistant material when we manufacture that type of machines. Example, power engineering equipment. So almost 50% of the power engineering equipment are having or alarmed with high temperature. So that means to avoid the cracks. Suppose if it is elevated, that is if the machine is working at elevated temperatures, then after some time, maybe after 1 day or maybe after 2 days, maybe after a long period of time, cracks may be observed. To avoid that, we must go for creep resistant materials in power engineering equipment. What is that capable of? They must be able to withstand the highest possible operating loads. This sentence clearly says that they must able to withstand whatever the load applied on the material. It has to withstand highest operating loads, and here the elevated temperature plays a key role in creep resistance. That means when the material is able to withstand the high temperatures, that type of materials can be represented as a creep resistant materials, and also be sufficiently resistant to high temperature corrosion. So that is very, very important. When the temperature is going to be high, so many complications will comes on the material. So it may be undergone corrosion, it may be undergone cracks, that is creep cracks, etc., etc. To avoid all these things, the material properties itself must induce the creep resistant factor. Now, what are the various examples of creep resistant materials? We can have so many number of materials in this world, that is materials like high melting point. So that means whatever the materials, if you observe, if it is having high melting points like refractories, super alloys, and ceramics. See, these are the refractories which is having high melting points. So these can be represented as the example for creep resistant materials. These are the ceramics, various ceramics, earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain. And all these are having high resistant material, that is, which are withstand high temperature. And these are the examples of the creep resistant materials. Another examples are like this: alloys. Suppose if the alloys are having solute with lower diffusivity, so that means if the solute is having lower diffusivity in solvent, then that type of alloys is also comes under the creep resistant material. Especially this sentence, that is, this property is very, very important to identify the creep resistant material, which is represented as a coarse grained material. Why these coarse grained materials are the best example for creep resistant? You can observe here, this is the creep resistant material, and this is a fine grained material. And the difference between coarse grained and fine grained is here like this. You can observe the microstructure also. And if you observe the coarse grained, when the grains are maximum or like this, that is larger, then it will resist the high temperature. If the grains are small, it may not resist the whatever the temperature or whatever the load applied on the material. So that's why the scientists suggest that coarse grained materials is better, that is compared to fine grained material in resisting creep. And if you observe the next one here, single grain materials are also the best example. And when we see the other, that is a coarse grained, if it is a combination of single grain and coarse grain, then that is the best example for creep resistant material. The next one is directionally solidified alloys with columnar grains. You can see the image here. This image represent the directional solidified alloys here. That means in a single direction, the alloy is solidified and with columnar grains. Usually grains may be in a circular or ellipse, etc., etc. But here the grains are in the form of columnar. So that's why we can saying this directionally solidified alloys with columnar grains. And another best example is carbon fiber reinforced with titanium alloys. It is a creep resistant material which is used in turbine blades and jet engine operation. So if you observe the carbon fiber reinforced, that means here it is one of the hardest high performance creep resistant material available, which is 50% harder than tungsten carbide. Now, observe the carbon reinforced with titanium alloy here. So that means why this is an example, the best example for creep resistant material. You can observe the image here. Here, this is the metal matrix, and this is the carbon, and this is again metal matrix. So that means in between these two metals, carbon is sandwiched here. That is like a layer consolidation when we apply the pressure. So that means this is a fabrication procedure, consolidation of fiber performed with metal matrix foil, and this is a layer stacking of fiber. So that means depends on the required strength, we can go for number of carbon layers like this, and with the help of heat and pressure we can go for final consolidation. So that means if you manufacture with this much of pressure, that is carbon reinforced with titanium alloys, then automatically it will resist whatever the material, whatever the load applied and whatever the temperature applied on the material. So that's why it is the best example for creep resistant material, and it is used in turbine blades, which is used in jet engine operation. So here, what are the requirements of creep-resistant materials? Now, we'll touch the salient features, that is the main points in creep-resistant materials. It should have high melting point because the creep becomes significant above 0.4 dm. So here, whatever the materials that you are going to choose, that must have high melting point, and the creep becomes significant if it is above zero point 0.4 dm. Dm means here it is the absolute melting temperature in Kelvin. So if the temperature is above zero point 0.4 dm, automatically the creep becomes significant. That means it will resist the material, whatever the material is prepared under these conditions, they will resist the creep crack or creep fracture. And it should have, as we have discussed in the earlier slide, it should have the coarse grained structure. So that means instead of fine grained structure, if it is having coarse grained structure, it would be better. And it should be precipitation hardenable. So this is another important parameter which is used for the creep resistant material manufacturing. And it should have high oxidation resistance. So this is the main point which is considered as a creep resistant material property. So all these are some of the requirements in fabricating or in manufacturing creep resistant materials. So here when we design, so many considerations here. So what is the design strategy in preparing creep resistant materials? Let us see here. So many, there are several design strategies that can be adopted to avoid creeping in materials. So many strategies are available. Let me give only few, that is the design strategies which are in curriculum. That is reduce the effect of grain boundaries. So that means whatever the, when we design the creep materials, that is when we want to fabricate or manufacture the creep materials, we have to induce the property so that reduce the effect of grain boundaries. So that means if the grain boundaries effect is available, then it cannot resist the creep. So that means but it is better to use the single crystal material with large grains, as we discussed earlier, and use the materials with a high melting temperature. So this is already we have discussed. So that means this property and a single grain, that is the single crystal materials with larger grains, that means coarse grain property. So these two are the main parameters which are induced in a material so that that material can avoid the creep resistance. And you can see the last property of the material, that means it is better to add solid solutions to fill the void. Suppose if the voids are present, it may not resist. See the picture here. This is a pure BCC iron, that is a body centered cubic iron. One atom is at the center and the other atoms are at the corners, and these are the voids present. If the voids are present, sometimes it is unable to resist the creep load or the constant load for a longer period. So that's why add solid solutions to fill these voids. Wherever the voids are available, please try to fill the voids in the materials so that you can have the creep resistant property induced in the materials. Here this solid solution of carbon in iron under tension. So that means this type of induce of carbon or whatever the other foreign material as a solid solutions to fill the voids. So automatically we can say that that may be a creep resistant material. This is another important property or the requirement of creep resistance. Now, this is all about creep resistant materials, how the creep resistance and what are the requirements and what are the examples, the different examples, and where the creep resistant materials that we have used. So all these things we have discussed in this session. In next coming sessions, we will discuss a lot of other topics in material technology. So I am K. Krishna Kishore. I hope you have understood. Thank you. Thank you, Varundal. I am Kakarla Krishna Kishore signing off.